if I brought you some wood, again with the wood, the whole episode is about moving the same load of wood from one place to another. If I brought you... Good morning, everyone. I'm Dave. Welcome back to the wee hours where I suffer from periodic bouts of insomnia and play games to pass the time. We are back building our sailing empire in Winds of Trade. At the end of the last episode, we bought a new ship, so we now have the HMS Poison. And apparently it was a slightly used ship because we're waiting for it to be repaired, which is kind of a pain in the neck. I didn't realize I was buying a used ship, but that's fine. And some folks in the comments question why I bought another ship when I don't really need one. We're doing just fine with this. We're not really at the level of trading where we need another ship, and that's absolutely true. There's no debate about that. Sometimes I do things just because I want to do them, and my wife has learned to live with that. Sometimes I do things that don't always make real world, good economic sense, but I just kind of feel like it, and I just wanted to buy a new ship. We made a good bit of money in the last episode, and I decided to blow it on a new ship. So the HMS Poison, which now has Captain Herman Phillips, who is a slaver. Yeah, when that ship gets repaired, we're going to send that guy out to do some work. I did also do it so I can test out a game mechanic, because apparently we can set up auto trading. So we can just, I haven't test driven it. I don't know how the mechanic works, but we should be able to just assign one ship to go back and forth between ports. I don't know how many ports. I don't know if we can just do between 2 ports, or if we can actually set up, a long trade route between multiple ports. That would be great, if complicated, to just auto trade. And that way it can just kind of go on its merry way, doing its thing, hopefully quietly ticking money up in our favor. So we're a little stuck right now with the HMS Poison. There's nothing we can do with that, and we're down here in Christchurch. I wanted to just see if we could do some quick trades while we're waiting for the HMS Poison to be repaired. Nothing much we can do in Gilling, but I was having a look at Ancaster before I started recording. And again, Emrys coming up with the good comments said, the trade office may not be the best place to find information about what's going to sell well. The industries might be more realistic. So if we look at their industries, and he was quizzing and I was kind of quizzing as I read his comment, like what the different backgrounds mean. So cotton comes up with a white background, wood comes up with a red background. What exactly does that mean? I don't know. Does one mean high demand and one means low demand? I'm not sure. But they seem to use wood for blacksmithing. So great. I mean, if they want to buy some wood, that would be cool. Let's see how that works. Let's see if maybe that red means high demand or low demand, because we can pick up some wood in Christchurch for, not bad, $16 per ton. So let's just go ahead and max that out in the HMS Insomnia, and let's see what that does in Ancaster. Let's try and figure out if that red background means, whoops, not that one, if that means high demand or low demand. Let's swing on over there and figure that out. All right, arriving in Ancaster, we are going to sell this for 24. Not bad, not bad. I mean, wood is a low dollar item anyway, so the fact that we could bought it at 16, selling at 24. Now, is there really the demand for that? Are we really going to get the full price? Yes, we will. Okay, good. So, nice little quick trade there. Now that we're in this area, because this is really up in the Dollar Durham Belvoir area, that's where we're making some real money. How are things doing in Durham? What's Durham interested in these days? I mean, we'll check the trade office. Just for, well, checking it. I mean, at least give us some idea. Boy, they really seem to want clothes. They really want clothes. Now, didn't we... Yes, thank you. Didn't we set up Dollar to make clothes? How are you guys doing on that? You don't have any made. Do you need more fabric? Is that the problem? Yeah, you seem to... I would imagine, looking at this now and seeing they have no clothes made, that red means they really need some fabric. What does it look like in the trade office? Very high demand. Okay. Does anywhere... Oh, pause. Hang on. I got to keep it on pause there. Does anywhere locally have fabric that we could buy? Not in here. How about Belvoir? No? Okay. Might need to bring someplace cotton. That might be part of the problem. Durham? Durham's got some fabric. Okay. Durham has some fabric. So what possibly could we take to Durham that would do well? These guys seem to rely mostly on... Looks like they really need some wood. Well, we just bought some wood. We're not going to rebuy it. What is that? Paper? Yeah, paper for cigars. And another commenter pointed that out to me, too, that, you know, I was looking at cigars going, yes, tobacco, tobacco. But no, actually paper is something that they need as well. So what you got down here in good old Ancaster? Oh, not a lot. Not a lot. I mean, you have the wood, but I just bought that. They're selling it at 21. I mean, I guess if we could make a profit on it, I'll take it to Durham. What are you allegedly buying wood at? Allegedly. 27. Okay, so we would still make... We might make a profit. That actually might not even cover our running costs. But let's give it a shot. I just want to get over into this area. That's my goal right now while the HMS Poison is being repaired. So this may not be the smartest move, but I'm going to rebuy the wood that we... I'm about to rebuy the wood that we just sold them, but I'm just looking at tools. We haven't really seen that pop up anywhere. Does anywhere in this area want tools? Is that something you guys would dig? You say very high demand for tools in Belvoir. How about Durham? Again, not really trusting the trade office, but yeah, you're giving me a high demand for tools as well. I mean, everywhere needs tools, right? That's sort of a basic staple people need. Let's give tools a shot. We've not bought those. Oh, they only have 5 of them. Gosh darn it. I gotta look more closely at this. I think I have to start paying attention to this game. It's an awful lot of fun, but there's an awful lot to keep track of. That's fine. We'll buy the 5. We'll max out the rest in wood. We'll go over to Durham and see what we do. You know, what's the worst that can happen? We take a little hit? Yeah, it won't be the first time that's happened. So we'll head over there and see what's going on in Durham, and then we can get over to Dollar. All right, so in Durham, we have not done well. Not well at all. We're breaking even on the wood. Bought it for 21, selling it for 21. I kind of thought we were going to take a hit on that, and indeed it is a hit when we account for our running costs. We actually took a little bit of a hit on the tools as well. Not my smartest day opening up this episode of Winds of Trade, but there it is. The whole point of this is to get the fabric to Dollar. So let's get all of that. Now, what else do they need in Dollar? Let me just check those guys real quick. Remind me, apart from the clothing, what are your industries? You wouldn't kill to have some wood either. I get the wood is just killing me. What is that? Wheat, grain, some sort of grain? Yeah, grain. Okay. Grain would be good and paper would be good. I think we can pretty much say with a degree of certainty that the red background means it's in very, very high demand for their industry. So if we found some grain or paper, you do have some grain. You do have some grain. All right, let's just fill the hold with grain, and let's go over to Dollar. And then, once we're in Dollar, if we can actually make some money out of this... Yup. Pause, pause, pause. Pause, pause, pause. Everybody slow down. Everybody slow down. Okay, fabric bought for 105, selling at 168. Great. Bought for 26, selling for 34. Fantastic. Okay. Wow, they've got some jewelry in stock now that is just killing it. That is 2,065. Wow. Holy moly. That's a lot of money. So what could we do here in Dollar? And actually remind me what's going on in Raby. We haven't been there in a while. What are your industries? You also make clothes. Oh, you make paper. So, okay, you make paper. And we've had a hard time finding paper. If I brought you some wood, again with the wood, the whole episode is about moving the same load of wood from one place to another. If I brought you some wood, would you make me some paper that I could sell to somebody else? And also, while I'm kind of tossing that idea around, do you have like a paper company that I could be investing in? Is there like the Raby Paper Company? I'm not seeing anything. Global Fabric has an interest in Raby and Dollar, but we already have Dollar Fabric as an investment. That seems to be Direct Gold has an interest in Raby. And that's going real cheap, too. That's going real cheap. 67 a share. I'm buying in. I'm buying in. Again, this could be a poor move. It's almost $7,000 to do this, but I'm buying into Direct Gold. Yes. Yes, I'm okay with that. Let's just look at my portfolio here. See, it's already gone up $100, and the game's on pause. I'm doing well. Wow, we're killing it with Dollar Fabric, up 71%. Investments may be the way to win this game. Investments may be the way to do it. Diversify your portfolio, kids, as I just did with the thing that I did. So in dollar, what was my game plan? Raby needs wood, but they also need fabric, but we just sold this fabric. We're not going to get a good price for that. How about if we look at, again, what are your industries? Yeah, wood and paper. Wood and paper. Okay, let me see where the closest place is that's going to have some wood and or paper that we could maybe get over to Raby. Okay, Durham has paper at, what was it there, 121, but they only have 11 of them. It's hardly worth going over there. But while I was looking at that, it looks like Belvoir has a fair bit of ivory. And Dollar, with their jewelry company, looking at their industries, they, in their jewelry factory, seems like they've got gold or they're getting gold from somewhere, but it seems like they're hard-pressed for ivory right now. And looking at their trade office, they say they're buying that ivory for almost 500. So I'm gonna get my butt down to Belvoir here. Let's do that and see if we can make some money in the ivory trade. Which sounds horrible, but you know, there it is. This is Age of Sail. Ivory was, not as morally reprehensible as it is now. So zoom on over there. Yes, thank you. Zoom on over there and see what we can do. Pause, pause, pause. See what we can do with some ivory here. Because if we can make a nice big quick hit. So if I buy all of that, bought it for 220. You know what? That's almost a full hold. That's good enough. That's good enough. And we zip that back to dollar. Oh, wow. That cost me a lot of money. Of course it did. Yes. You know what? Don't show that again. If I go bankrupt, I go bankrupt. It's called a game. It's what we do. If we go into dollar, please say you'll buy this ivory. Allegedly buying at 450. A little bit down from what we thought. If the demand is really there. Oh, 300 per ton. Okay, that's still a profit, though. That's still a profit. So yeah, that brings us up to 40,000 and some change. And how does that affect your industry? Now that I've done that, how does it? Yeah, now your ivory is in white, so you're well supplied. So okay, what do you really need? You really need that paper. You really need that paper. If we could get some cotton, who's making paper? Who makes paper in the area? You make paper, and you need wood to do it. So we need to get wood to Durham, and then paper to dollar. That's the plan. Wood to Durham, paper to dollar. In fact, hang on. I'm going to pause this and write that down. Well, conveniently, the HMS Poison is ready for action, and he is down here in Christchurch, where we can pick up some wood for a pretty good price. So, and we've got a much bigger cargo area here, too. We can bring 350 wood, and we are going to take that wood to Durham. I'm going to get him going to Durham now. All right. And I wonder if that could be the start of an auto trade kind of thing. I'm going to have a little think about that. I'm going to just put it on slow speed just so he gets moving. Now, over in dollar, did I leave myself in dollar? Yes, I did. Okay. What could we do in dollar just while we're kind of kicking around here waiting for that wood to show up? You produce books, right? Do you have any? Not yet. Okay, you seem to be really on the jewelry right now. You've kind of abandoned the book trade. That's a little sad. Got beer and tobacco. Does anywhere locally need that? How about? See, that's a finished product. Well, tobacco isn't, but do you do anything with tobacco? You do, but you seem like you're well supplied with that. You also really need wood, and you need fabric. Yeah, good call, Emrys. The Industries tab seems to be a better gauge of what's going to sell well than the Trade Office tab. So, that being said, what town was I thinking of? Was it Ancaster where we don't have the Trade Office open? Yeah, what do you guys do for a living, Ancaster? You look like you really need some cotton to make fabric, and we kind of need fabric being made. You also need wood, but I'm kind of tied up with that right now. So, Dollar, do you have any cotton? You do. 33 seems a little high, but let's give it a shot. Let's give it a shot. Let's take that to Ancaster. Yeah, you get going that way. All right, so we got 2 ships moving. Somewhere down there is the HMS Poison, and then we'll get these guys over to Ancaster and see what we can do. Maybe 2 ships was not the worst idea I ever had. It's certainly going to help to build up the economy up in this neck of the woods, which has strangely been my focus. Yeah, coffee fever, that's fantastic. Got to find a way to turn those newspapers off. So we're hitting an Ancaster first. All right, so you're here first. Okay, wait, now we took a hit on that. I knew that was a bit of a gamble. 33 seemed very high for cotton, but, you know, that's fine. That's fine. I'm going to take hits. There's going to be times where I don't do smart moves. Ah, you have iron. You don't have very much iron, though. It's hardly worth it, really. You have grain. You have coffee that we haven't really seen. I don't know if we've seen coffee before. Anywhere up here, Durham, Dollar, do any of you guys want coffee? Is that going to be, it's not really going to be part of an industry. I think we're going to have to go to the trade office for that. Yeah, so trade office. Do you guys want coffee? It says very high demand. Okay, you're buying it allegedly at 92. You are, did I just look at the same one twice? 92. Raby, do you guys want coffee? Everyone wants coffee. Coffee's lovely. Okay, we have no idea if you need coffee. Belvoir? How do you guys feel about coffee? You're also saying 92. Everyone's saying 92. Yeah. Kafruna's back to normal. Fantastic. And was that bell telling me that we just pulled into Durham? Yes. Okay. Bought for 14, selling at 21. Okay, good. Fine. Great. Sell that. Sell that. Now, what was the point of me doing that? Why did you need that wood? Oh, because you make paper. Right, you make paper. So, obviously, you're going to have to take some time to make paper. Right? Yeah, you can't make that immediately, unfortunately. But let's see what else we could be doing in this area. So, if you're in Durham, and you wanted to go back to, say, Gillingham Christchurch, what was doing well? We had a route for that. Fabric from Durham to Gilling was on the Emrys Trade Triangle, although we may be flooding the market and our competitors may be flooding the market. So let's see. Gilling Opium might do well at 367. Oh, how about tea at 73? Excuse me. Durham, what do you got? Oh, no, tea's terrible. Opium, no, not so good at all. Not so good at all. Gilling again. Relationship is neutral. When do I start bribing people in this game? Because I totally know you can do that. What is that? What am I looking at? Sugar. Okay, sugar at 30. Does anyone want sugar? What are you desperate for? Wood. Again, it's always the wood. You're actually pretty good on everything else. Maybe Gilling is not the place to go. How about Christchurch? Are you desperate for anything? Grain. Grain, yeah, you're kind of hard-pressed for grain and gold. How much are you allegedly buying that gold for? 733. Okay. I kind of, I don't want to make a huge investment, but Dollar has gold. Dollar had gold. All right, Dollar's used up all its gold. Okay, any grain in Durham? Yep, plenty of grain. Okay, again, 25 seems a little high, but let's at least get this guy going somewhere while Durham has time to make the paper. And what was my whole point in doing that? Was that, yeah. Yeah, okay, so go to Christchurch. You. No, not you. The other guy. Yeah, you. go to Christchurch. And then we need to figure out, goodness, this has actually become more complicated with the 2 ships. So I might poke around for a sec and see if we can set up an auto trade just for fun, just to do it, basically. And where's my other ship? In Ancaster. Okay. So Durham, I've actually kept the time ticking on. Have you done anything yet at all? You've made a little bit of paper. And the whole point of making... Yes, fine. Newspapers, yes. The whole point of making the paper was to take it to dollar, right? Were you the guys that desperately wanted paper? Yeah, okay, because you make books. Yes. Oh, you're low on fabric again, too. Actually, you're low on a lot of stuff. Fabric, cotton, wood. Okay, let's do a run over to dollar. What's an Ancaster that we could take over there? Nothing, really. 33 seems way too high for cotton. I'm not paying 33 for that. Okay, let me have a little think about our next move. Okay, 2 things that I want to do before I close out this episode. Sorry, rather scatterbrained episode, but the running the 2 ships has kind of spun my head off here. I wanted to basically bribe someone. So we're doing business pretty much exclusively in Gronderfor. And so it's not going to hurt me. They also have a huge population, the biggest population in the game. I don't think it'll hurt me to send a gift to the ruler, August Wright. See if we can maybe bump up our reputation here. A box of cigars. Absolutely, a box of cigars to August Wright. You send the gift hoping it will improve your relationship your company has with Gronderfor. Yes, I do. Doesn't seem to have moved it much at all, but maybe it's an overtime kind of effect. And then I wanted to check our investments at the end of the day here. Loans and investments. Oh, we are killing it on direct gold. Killing it. Yeah, investments may be the way you win this game. Because, I'm sure we could buy into something bunk, but so far, so good. We're up 65% on direct gold, and we just bought that. We bought it at 68. It's now selling at 112. So we're going to hold on to all of these things, but there may be a point where we just kind of, if we're getting towards the end of our time crunch, we just start selling this all off. I don't know if those investments are taken into account when they're calculating your total net worth. I'm sure they probably are, but just in case they aren't, we can cash out. Oh, there's Siphon. We were looking for that the other day. What do you guys do for a living? What are your industries? Mostly manpower, it seems. But you make a lot of stuff like coffee and fish. And, oh, you make ivory. Okay, maybe here's my plan. I want to see if I can set up some kind of auto trading, but I'm going to have to poke around in the game to figure out how to do that. And then maybe we do that with the HMS Poison. Just get him ticking along doing stuff. And maybe we take the HMS Insomnia over to Siphon and Langenvilles, which is not too far away, and see what's going on over there. And that's probably what we're going to do. Until then, I'm Dave. Thank you, as always, for joining me in the wee hours, and we'll see you next time.